Hello, my stamping friends. It is Thursday. I have been a little MIA from my Facebook page for the last few days because I am working hard on Christmas gifts and Christmas things, and stamping has kind of taken a background. So today what we are going to do is do some gift packaging ideas. And a big reason that we're doing that is because I'm trying to get my gifts all finished and ready. And so I thought I would take you along for the ride. So today's class is going to be a little bit different. We are still going to do 3 projects. Usually I come live here on Thursdays and we do 3 cards, and you can order and get your card kit sent to you for free. Gift packaging is a little bit different because the pieces are bigger sometimes and harder to ship. So I think for this week, I just want to share the ideas with you. And you can use products that you have at home to recreate these gift packaging ideas. They're pretty simple, they're pretty quick, and hopefully they will help you as you get your gifts ready for Christmas. So there's no card kit this week, but I do have an ordering incentive for you. We're going to be using on our projects today these beautiful druzy embellishments. They're silver and gold and sparkly, which is perfect for Christmas projects and anytime, in my opinion. So if you place an order with me this week now through Tuesday, and your order is over $50 before tax and shipping, I will send you a free package of these. It will be full, not half used like mine. And I will put a shopping link in the description of the video when I'm done. So that kind of takes the place of our card kit this week. But hopefully these ideas will still inspire you. I also usually send the cards that I make every week to 3 random people who comment on my video. And obviously gift boxes and things are more expensive to ship. So I'm not going to do that this week either. And also I have a lot of catching up to do on sending those cards. So hopefully that will get done very soon. But I still would love to know that you're here. If you're watching live with me or you're watching the replay later on Facebook or on YouTube, please say hi and let me know what you think of these projects. Let me know how your Christmas shopping and gifting and wrapping is going. So here, moms end up being in charge of a lot of those things. My husband has been doing a really good job this year of working with the kids, I think, to get my presents. Hopefully they will stay a surprise because, sometimes moms know what they're getting before Christmas. But so he's been doing a good job with that, but there's still the kids have to get gifts for their classroom, gifts for their teachers, gifts for each other, and then all the gifts that we give the kids too, right? So it's not all about gifts at Christmas, but there is a lot to get done. So hopefully today's class is going to help us with that. Hi, Laura. I'm glad you are here with me. I also didn't announce that I was going live today. I mean, it's the normal time, but I have been so busy. I haven't been on Facebook as much. So my in-laws are coming for Christmas in a little under 2 weeks, and I'm trying to super clean the house and get everything decorated. And be done with a lot of the wrapping and shopping and everything before they get here. So I've been busy with that. All right, I'm going to flip the camera down and we're going to take a look at a few things before we get started here. So yesterday I did a short little video showing you my Festive Words gift card holder class. So if you are looking for gift packaging ideas and you give gift cards, you can go back and watch that video from yesterday, but let me show you those cards again real quick. So these are all gift card holders. They're different sizes, but they can all fit in a regular envelope that fits a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card. And they all hold gift cards. So it's to make 5 gift card holders, but if you want to make a second set, you can add that onto your class kit for only $7, and then you would get all the cardstock and everything to make 2 of each. So this class is $46 plus $10 shipping. And the deadline to sign up is Tuesday, December 10th. And then I'm going to have a really fast turnaround on this one and ship them out next Friday the 13th so that you will hopefully get them in time to make them and use them for gift cards this year. So I'll put a link for that in the description also when I'm done. Today we're going to be using the Snowy Wonder bundle and a few other things, but I'm using this for my Christmas card club this month, and I'm still working on designing the cards, but I thought I'd show you the one I finished. I have a bunch of pieces and I didn't bring all those, but hopefully the sneak peek will be ready later this afternoon. But this is one of the cards. I used this bundle for my regular card club last month, and I just love it so much. I love this paper, so I thought we're going to use it again this month for my Christmas card club. So if you are a part of that, you are going to love this month's cards. If you are in my monthly card club and you want to make more cards using this bundle, you can join my Christmas card club this month. Unfortunately, this month's card kit will not get to you in time for you to make your cards for this Christmas. So these are the start of next year's cards. I know that some of you think I'm crazy, but I make Christmas cards year round, and then you are not stressed out at this time of year getting all your handmade cards done. Okay, and the last thing I wanted to show you is, have you guys started getting Christmas cards yet in the mail? I love this time of year checking the mailbox and finding cards from family and friends. And I have gotten a few from customers and friends so far, and I wanted to show you because they're so pretty. So this one is from one of the ladies who is on the same Stampin' Up team as me. This is from Carla, and she sent this to me, and I love this on the inside. She is a true card maker because she just put this little note, and I can reuse the card, which I think is great because I have lots of cards to send. So thank you, Carla. Your card is beautiful, and I will reuse it. And then this one I got from my friend Betty. She is another demonstrator, but she also has bought some classes from me, and she is a customer and a friend, and her card is adorable. Look at this. It has a little pocket. I think she used the mini envelope pocket dies. They are on our last chance list. The reindeer fun bundle, which is super cute also. So I loved her card too. And it's so much fun to go to your mailbox and get Christmas cards, isn't it? So make sure you are making and sending yours because it will bring joy to whoever you send them to. Oh, I see Joan is here now too. Hi, Joan. We've got a few people watching. That is great. So today we're doing gift packaging. Our first project is going to be a box. And wow, it's so big it almost doesn't fit in the screen. So this is kind of a taller, bigger box. You can actually fit a lotion from Bath & Body Works in there. I pulled out a few of my Mary Kay lotions that I've gotten in the past, and these will fit in there. So I have a couple of actually masculine gifts that I need to make, and I don't know exactly what I'm going to put in here yet, but these are going to be for, we always do gifts for our kids' Sunday school teachers, and the older ones have two men that teach their Sunday school class, so I'm going to have to find something to put in here to gift them. It won't be lotion, but I feel like any type of treats could fit in here. So this is a pretty simple box. I don't know. I know you guys watch other demonstrators too, and one of the demonstrators I watch is Rhonda Wade, and she's doing 12 Days of Christmas, but she partnered with 5 other demonstrators too. And so this box was one of the projects that Melissa Faust designed, and I know you guys have heard me say her name before too. I like her projects also. So she designed this box, and then I just used different products to make it. So we're using 2 stamp sets today. We are using the Snowy Wonder stamp set, and we're using the Greetings of the Season stamp set. If you don't have this Greetings of the Season bundle yet, it is a good one because it has lots of mix and match sentiments for Christmas and the holidays. And then the dies are all tags, which we are using on all 3 of our projects today. Okay, let me make some space here. So I'm going to pull in my paper trimmer and show you how I do this. And hopefully we will be able to see enough of it that you understand how to create this box. It is so easy Anyone can do it. I'm not a huge 3D person, but even I can make this box. So I know you can too. You're going to start with an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock, the whole thing. So this is nice because you don't have waste. You don't have to cut anything. So I love that about it. So we're going to start on the long side and we're going to do some scoring. So I've pulled out the arm of my trimmer and we are going to score. I will try and say these slowly. So you know what, the replay will be here. And if you're watching on YouTube, obviously you can pause so you can write the measurements down, or you can come back later and do it along with me. Okay, so the first score line is going to be a 2 5/8. 2 5/8. Make sure you are using your scoring blade and not your cutting blade. The second score line is going to be at 5 1/4. So slide over there to 5 1/4. Your next one is going to be at 7 7/8. All these fractions. So I have a story to tell you about fractions. My son is in 5th grade and they are doing fractions in math right now. And I had to help him just go through his homework yesterday. He had word problems and there was one about a stick of butter and fractions of all types. And you guys, I am smart and math was one of my favorite subjects, but it's like when you get to be, you know, an adult, no one uses 1/3 of a stick of butter and then 5/8 of what is left and needs to figure out the fraction for the amount of the stick of butter that's left, right? Just put it all in. So yeah, we've been frustrated with math, but this is the type of fractions that I can handle at this point. Okay, so that one was 7 7/8, and then the last one is at 10 1/2. I think, yep, you can still see that on the screen. Oop, I do not have this lined up very well at the top. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to turn it to the short side and we're going to score at 2 inches. And that's going to be the bottom of our box, is that 2-inch section. Okay, I'm going to move the trimmer out of the way for now. We will pull it back in for the lid here in a minute. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is fold on all my score lines because this makes it a little bit easier to see where they are. And we can start to see how our box is going to come together. All right. I don't think I did this one too deep because it didn't want to bend. There we go. If you have a bone folder, you can use your bone folder to crease your lines really well. I do have 1 or 2 bone folders, but I'm sure that some of you are not shocked to find out that I don't know where either of them are. So we will just fold like this. Okay, for the next part, we are going to do some trimming with our scissors. So we're going to cut on the score lines, and this tiny little piece right here, we're just going to cut that one out. And you can cut right on your score lines. Okay. This little piece right here is where our adhesive is going to go. And I always kind of like to trim up the corners because that way when you fold everything in, you don't have any sticking out. So we'll just trim those. And then these are going to be our flaps on the bottom. So we just want to cut up to that next score line and create those little flaps. Okay, now for this one, it's the bottom of the box, so you can decide if you want to do this or not. But like I said, I don't like to have the extra edges hanging out, so I'm just cutting a little sliver of a triangle off. And that way, if you didn't get exactly square on your score line when you were cutting, you're cutting that part off, so it doesn't matter too much. And like I said, it's the bottom of the box, so I don't think too many people are going to be looking at the bottom of your box. So you can decide if you want to do this step or not. Last one here. Okay. All right, so first we want to put our adhesive on here. Now I would recommend a strong adhesive. You can use the liquid glue. You can use your Stampin' Seal Plus. On my 3D items, I like to use tear and tape. I had to look and see where I put it. So tear and tape is like really strong double-sided tape. And like its name says, you can just tear it. So that is the other reason I like it. So I'm going to use that on my box. On my lid, I'm just going to use my Stampin' Seal Plus. But I want my box to be nice and sturdy. Okay, so there is my tear and tape. Now the easiest way to get your box square is to fold that part down flat and then fold this other side right on top of it, and then you'll be lined up, and it's a flat surface that you can press down on your adhesive and get it stuck real good. Okay, so now we've got our box. And now for the bottom, you only need to put adhesive on this one if you want to. If you want to make it a little bit sturdier, you can do adhesive on all of it, which I think is what I'm going to do in case I put something heavy in here. So I'm just using my tear and tape, and I'm just going to adhere the flaps to each other. And that way it will be a little bit sturdier so that no matter what I put in here, it will hopefully not fall off the bottom. And you can stick your hand inside and push that adhesive together real well. Put another piece on this one. We'll stick that down, and then we have one left. Have any of you made a box like this before, a tall one, out of a sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock? I think it's kind of genius because I like that you don't waste any of it. And this box can fit a lot of things. I was watching Rhonda Wade's video to put it, how she put hers together, and she said even like if you were doing something for New Year's, you could put a little bottle of champagne in here, which I think would be super cute. So you can think outside the box. This doesn't just have to be a Christmas box, but that's what we're doing today because we have to get ready for Christmas, right? Okay, then for the lid, you need a piece of designer series paper that is 6 by 6. I also love this because there's not going to be any waste here either. You can get 4 of them out of a 12 by 12 sheet, or you can just use a pack of 6 by 6 designer series paper. So I love that too. Now I'm going to pull my trimmer back in, and this one we are going to score at 1 5/8 inches on all 4 sides. So 1 5/8. And with designer series paper, you don't want to push super hard with your scoring tool because it can tear the paper. So be a little bit more gentle than you were with your cardstock. And depending on what pattern you choose, it is sometimes hard to see the score lines. So you can keep that in mind. Okay. Now for this one, we're going to kind of create little flaps too, and if you are having trouble seeing your score lines, you can always fold them first. Sometimes that helps you to see them better. Actually, in this light, I'm not having too much trouble seeing mine. But what we're going to do is on the right flap of each side, we're going to cut up that score line. And this is just going to create little tabs again. And so I'm going to cut my triangles so that they will fold in nicely. So then I turn it and I cut on the right one again up to the score line and create those little flaps. Turn it again, cut up to the score line, cut my triangles. I've heard a couple people recently call this mitering. I have not heard that before, so I guess that is what that is called. I've heard more than one person say it, so they must be right. So I learned something new. That's what that's called when you cut those triangles off the sides. Okay, so now we have our lid, and you can fold on all of your score lines if you didn't already do that. And then we're just going to tuck those tabs in and use our adhesive. Now, I don't think the lid needs to be quite as sturdy as the box, so you can see how these tabs are going to fold in. And I'm just going to use my Stampin' Seal. And it is a little bit easier when it's flat to add the adhesive, at least with the Stampin' Seal Plus. If you were using liquid glue or something, you might be able to do it. But once you start folding in the lid, then it's not flat anymore, and it's harder to add that adhesive. So that's why I taped all of mine right away. And then we're just lining up the edges and folding those tabs in. Here's that last one. And there is our lid. So you can stick in whatever you want. Like I said, that Bath & Body Works lotion fits perfectly in there. You can turn it all around. It fits. It's awesome. So if you gift those, this is a fun box for that. Or this is a different shaped tube that'll fit in there too. You could roll up some Christmas socks in there. You could fill this with a whole lot of candy. And I think that would be awesome. So your lid fits right on, and it's a little bit loose. It's meant to be that way. Now, I was sticking with the Snowy Scenes Suite, so I have my Pool Party pom-pom ribbon. You could go all the way around the box, but as you can see, my ribbon is getting low, so I am just going to go around one side and tie a bow at the top, but you could go all the way around all four sides if you wanted to. And you can use any ribbon for this that you want. I love to use like the wider, bulkier ribbon when I am doing gift packaging because it doesn't always work on cards. But it's great for gifts, and it is a fun way to use up that bigger ribbon. Okay. I maybe didn't leave myself quite enough to tie a nice bow, but we'll see. Should have made it a little bit longer. This one will be a smaller bow. That's okay. Okay. There we go. All right. And then I cut a tag with the greetings of the season dies, and I'm going to show you these dies real quick. So this bundle has a bunch of dies. They have all of the little holes for your ribbon on the tags, and lots of different sentiments to mix and match. So if you don't have this set yet, it's a great one. It is one of our online exclusive bundles, so you won't find it in a catalog, but you can find it in the online store. Okay, so for this tag, we are going to use a mix of stamps from the Greetings of the Season stamp set and the Snowy Wonder stamp set. So let's pull all those in. Like I said, you can recreate this project with any stamps and dies that you have. I think I'm going to do my words first. So my Merry Christmas is the greeting from the Greetings of the Season stamp set. I'm using Poppy Parade ink to match our cardstock. And I think it's easier to start with the Christmas and then stamp the Merry. So we have Christmas at the bottom. And then that Merry, I find the tail of that Y fits in here nicely. Like that. Then we're going to grab our Garden Green ink. And this tree is from the Snowy Wonder stamp set. So we'll stamp that in the middle. And then we've got to finish off with some snow. So I have my Pool Party ink pad. And this is, I believe, the smallest snowflake in the Snowy Wonder stamp set. There's 3 different sizes. And you can just kind of stamp these around. And then we're going to fill in with the little dotted snow. And you can kind of turn this to make it look more random. All right, so there we go. Isn't that super cute? I love creating tags. I do not actually use them for gifts too much because I feel like tags on your presents, especially when you give them to kids, just get ripped off and thrown away. But I love to make tags and then put them on cards. And for something like this, it's not going to just get thrown away. Okay, to tie our tag on, I'm using some of our gold twisted thread. This is another online exclusive, and it is part of a Valentine's suite, but I like it for Christmas too. Actually, before I do that, I should add our embellishments. So we're using the Druzy embellishments here. I am going to use the gold to match our thread. I'm going to put one at the top of the tree, and then we'll just add a few others on the tag, like that. All right, and then, let's see, I think I want this to be the front of my box. So here is my tag. Now, if you wanted to, you could put some dimensionals on and stick the tag to the box, but then it may get ripped off because they're just going to have to untie everything to get into the box, right? So probably in this case, I'm just threading it through that pool party ribbon. And then we'll tie a bow. All right, there we go. So there is our first project, a cute little box. Let me know what you think in the comments. I especially love the tag. Okay. Second project. Now you saw I have a gift card holder class right now. I give a lot of gift cards. So this next one is another gift card holder. And this one just has a cute little pocket on the inside. It will fit in a regular envelope because it's a regular size card. And again, we're using a mix of the Snowy Wonder stamp set and the Greetings of the Season stamp set. Okay, so for this one, our card base is actually just a piece of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 cardstock. I'm using Pool Party. Then I have a piece of Poppy Parade that is 3 3/4 by 5. And then I have a piece of the Snowy Scenes Designer Series paper. And the Designer Series paper is 4 7/8 by 7 1/4. So that's kind of an odd size, but it's just so that there is a tiny border of that Poppy Parade. And then we're going to fold this in half. Now, I did not take the time to measure out what half is to make a score line, so I am literally just folding it in half. And again, you can use your bone folder to get a nice crease if you have one. This is another project that I copied from Rhonda Wade, and I just used different products, and I think it's super cute and easy and fun. So once you have this folded in half, we're going to adhere it to our Poppy Parade. You just want to make sure that when you open it, the front, the houses, if you're using a directional paper, it's not upside down. Like I wouldn't want to put it this way because my houses would be upside down. So that's where my adhesive is going. Okay, and there's just a very narrow border of that Poppy Parade to make it pop. And then this piece gets adhered to that Pool Party card base. This one is nice too because you can get 4 card bases out of a sheet of cardstock instead of just 2. So that's kind of fun. All right, let's do the inside first. So I have a piece of basic white here that is 4 by 4, and then I just scored one side at 1 inch so that I have a little flap that I can fold up like that to create the pocket for my gift card. Now, one thing I love about the Greetings of the Season stamp set is there is a to and a from in there. So that is great for gift giving. We're going to use our Poppy Parade ink and stamp the to and the from on that little pocket. So when your recipient opens it up, they can see that it's to them, and it is from, woo, it's from you. I'm throwing my stamps around. All right, so there's our to and our from. I'm going to close that ink up for the moment. Now for the pocket, I'm just going to use some Stampin' Steel Plus on the very edges. You could use a few glue dots, you could use liquid glue, but you want to leave this entire middle section open so you can tuck your gift card in. This also would be one you could tuck money into if you're giving money as a gift. It doesn't necessarily have to be a gift card, but something you can tuck in there. And if you don't want to do a gift card holder and you just want to make it into a Christmas card, then you can just cut a 3x4 piece of basic white and put it on the inside of your card and just have a fun fold card. So totally up to you. Lots of ideas. And I love the candy canes. That's one of my favorite patterns of this paper. Okay, so there's the inside. Now to finish up the outside, I've cut another tag out of our Greetings of the Season dies. And for this one, we're going to use the two little mountains from the Snowy Wonder stamp set. And then this is a different font of Merry Christmas from the Greetings of the Season stamp set. It's two different stamps, so you can mix and match the fonts. But I decided we do these together. So I just mounted them on the same block. So I'll start with my mountains, and I have Pool Party ink again. I'm going to do a couple of the big mountain first. And I want to go more towards the top so I have room along the bottom there to stamp my Merry Christmas. So I'm going to do two big ones, a small one, and then another big one. And I am not getting super straight today on the bottom there, but that's okay. It's probably because I'm sitting down, I'm not looking at it overhead, which would make it easier. All right, I didn't even get that one touching the other one, but that's okay. And then I'm going to pull back in my Poppy Parade. And we'll do our Merry Christmas. And it fits perfectly right along the bottom there. Like that. Okay, for this one, I'm going to thread the ribbon through here. So I'll get my Pool Party pom-pom ribbon. And you just need a short piece for this. You don't need a very long piece. And then I have my real red and white baker's twine also. And we're going to thread that Pool Party ribbon through and then tie a bow around it with the baker's twine. Now if you wanted, you could use the gold twisted thread, you could use white twine, you could use a narrow ribbon, whatever you have. These are just ideas to get you inspired, and hopefully you can use them to create some of your own gift packaging and get that all ready for Christmas. So I showed you some Christmas cards. How are you all doing on sending yours? I have not sent mine yet, but soon I will hopefully find time to do that. Okay, I am going to pop this tag up with some Stampin' Dimensionals. I am always amazed at the people who have their cards to me the week after Thanksgiving. Someday I want to be one of those people, but not yet. If I get them out before Christmas, I am happy. There was one year I didn't get my Christmas cards out until Easter. I make them, but then sending them is another beast, isn't it? Okay, so you could trim this so it's not hanging off so far if you wanted to. I'm just going to leave it for now. And then I'm going to add a few of our druzy embellishments to finish the card off. I love, love, love sparkly embellishments. Let's see, put that one there, and let's do a big one over here. There we go. So that is our second project, a cute little gift card holder. Okay, moving on to the third one, and this one might be the easiest of all. So, do you know that we have some gift packaging options in our online store? This is one of them. It is called the Scalloped Gift Card Holder Box, I think. But let me take this belly band off and show you. So you can buy these. They come in a pack of 10. It is a little box, and then it has the gift card holder right in here. Do you see that? It has the little corners so you can tuck your gift card in there. So cute. And that is what we're going to make for our third project. And putting these boxes together is so easy, you don't even need instructions on how to do it. You know, sometimes some of the boxes and things that Stampin' Up! Has had in the past, I've had to look up videos to watch somebody else do it first to figure it out, but not this one. This one was simple enough that you could do it. So it comes like this, flat. You get 10 of them in the package. And if you give gift cards, this is an easy way to do it in a cute way, and you don't have to spend a lot of time on it. And that scallop is so cute too, right? I'm kind of covering it up with my belly band, but this project, again, I used different products, but the idea for the belly band and stuff came from Celine Kempton. Okay, so I'm just folding these in, and then these fold over the side. And then that one folds in. And look at that. You've got your box already. Super quick and easy. And then for the gift card part, you just fold this and then stick it in like that. Isn't that cute? Okay, now I thought it would be fun. Celine decorated the inside of hers, so I thought that would be fun to do also. So I have a piece of the Snowy Scenes Designer Series paper, those candy canes again, because I love them. And this Designer Series paper is 2.5 by 3 7/8. And then I have a piece of white that is 2 by 3 3/8. So the candy cane paper, I'm just going to adhere inside my box. And then we're going to do a little bit of stamping on the white piece. Okay, let me put this in here. There should be a little bit of a white edge, like that. And you could do that when your box is still flat if you can figure out which side to glue it on. Okay, then for the white piece, let me pull out my box again, my finished one, because I have to remember what I did. Okay, so we're going to stamp the to and from the Greetings of the Season stamp set. And then we're going to stamp the penguin from the Snowy Wonder stamp set because he's just so cute. So let me get my to and from stamps again and my Poppy Parade ink. We'll do the to over here. The from there. And then our penguin, of course, we need to stamp in black. You can use whatever black ink you have. Get him inked up real good. And then I'm just going to stamp him on the right side there. Now I'm going to use my dark Pumpkin Pie Stampin' Blends marker to color in his beak and his feet. But you could use any orange or yellow marker that you have. This was just the one I had on my counter and I thought it would work. So there we go. And then we can just layer that onto the candy cane paper. And if you guys are commenting today, I saw a few people say hi, but that was it. So if you're commenting, I'm sorry I'm not responding to you. Sometimes Facebook is funny about what it shows you. So, all right, so that is our inside. And then I have another piece of the Snowy Scenes paper. This is the Petal Pink Snowflake piece. Isn't that pretty? And this one is 3.5 by 8.5. And let's pull in our trimmer one more time because we're going to do a little bit of scoring. Now you don't have to do the scoring. You could just fold it around the box and that would be fine too. But this is the part I copied from Celine, was the scoring. and the sizes, so I think it is helpful. So we're going to start by scoring at 1 inch. And remember, with your designer series paper, you don't want to press too hard. The next score line will be at 4 inches. Then we go to 5 inches. And then the last one is at 8 inches. So no weird fractions on this one. We can be done with fractions for today. Well, until my son comes home and has more math, right? Then I will have to do fractions again. Okay. So now I'm going to fold on those score lines. And this is just making a belly band to go around my box. And a little tip when you are doing belly bands, if you are attaching something else on top, then you can put your line like in the middle and cover it up. Or if you're doing a box like this, we're going to put that seam in the back so that it's not seen. And so I'm just going to wrap this around my box. And like you saw with my sample, you can slide it off so they can get into the box. All right, so I'm going to put my adhesive on this narrow strip right here. And we'll do our best to line this up. I am trying to pull it tight so that it lines up, but also you don't want to pull it too tight that it won't slide back off the box. So there we go. All right. Our box is right side up. You can see the scallops peeking out on the side. So now we're just going to decorate. So I have another tag that I've cut with the greetings of the season dies. And we're going to stamp our Merry Christmas again in our scripty font with the Poppy Parade ink. So again, I like to start with Christmas because then I think it's easier to fit the Merry in. I'm going to stamp just a little bit to the left so that I have room for my little penguin on the right. Put Merry in there. Isn't that a pretty font for Christmas? I love it. Okay, this tag I'm going to add with some dimensionals. And I kind of put mine at an angle, but you could put it straight or at an angle if you want. And then I have already cut a penguin from the Snowy Scenes Designer Series paper, and I fussy cut this one. There's a whole sheet of penguins. Some of them you can cut out with the Snowy Wonder dies, but this one had the little hat on top, and I thought it was cute. And so this one you have to fussy cut unless you don't want that little puff on the top, because the dies are straight on the top. And I put him on with dimensionals too. This is not like a card where you have to worry about keeping it flat. It's already a box that is bulky, right? So if you add more dimensionals, it's not going to make too much of a difference. Okay, then I'm going to tie a bow with my Pool Party pom-pom ribbon. I'm almost out of this, so I may have to order another roll before it disappears forever. Pool Party is one of my favorite colors, and I think this pom-pom stuff is so fun. Oops. Okay, so for this one, these do all have the tag holes, but you don't have to necessarily use that to thread your ribbon through. If you want, you can just put your bow right on top of it and cover the hole up. Ooh, don't push too hard though. Okay, so there is our bow. And then, of course, we have to finish off with a few sparkly gems. I'm going to use the silver again, but either the silver or the gold would work here. We'll just add a few, make it look pretty and fancy. So, there is our third project. Okay, I'm going to bring all the projects back in. Now remember, there's not a project kit this week because these are a little bit, these would be a little bit harder to send with the large piece of cardstock and everything. But let me know in the comments which project was your favorite this week. Are you going to use one of them in your Christmas crafting? I hope I inspired you. And remember, if you place an order with me now through Tuesday and spend more than $50 before tax and shipping, I will send you your own package of the Druzy embellishments to thank you for shopping with me. So I hope you enjoyed today's projects. Thank you for watching and for being here. And I will see you again next week. Bye.